right now we are just gonna be doing India versus England. So the drill is just batting right now, and yeah, I think this is real nice. So let's keep playing. India in bad situation, I will say. So India would want to um, play a little safe, but also look at scoring opportunities. Um, yeah, so Overton is, but they're bowling very well. I think a lot will matter in um. This is just going on some talk, but Overton to drill. Good defense by Jarrell. Solid. He's looking solid. I mean, India haven't been looking very good, but honestly, looking at this pitch is a little green and is moving a little bit. I think this is really nice. So they're just having a small talk. I suddenly don't know what the talk is. So, yep, hope you can see my screen. The 152 for 5. So, he's bowling quite beautifully, honestly. There's some rain, some dampness. So, bowls again and left by Jarrell. Left very nicely. And this was Sai Sudarsh, and he's just bowling incredibly well. Tongue, sorry, is bowling incredibly well. So over to Drill again. Tapped. Will they get one? We'll have to be quick, and we'll actually easily get the one. So yeah, so right now India are doing well, stitching up a partnership, Karan and Jarrell. And I think this is exactly what they need. A partnership, and that's exactly what they have. So India is not exactly in the best spot ever, but sorry. But they are still in a pretty decent or good spot. And yep, we're back. So it's quite interesting that India will have to bowl really well, I think, to win this test match and draw the series. I think that will be a main part of will India succeed in tying the series, is how well will India bowl. And I think India can bowl well, but for that they don't have Boomer. And yeah, right now Jarrell and Karna are batting there. They have a 30 of 60 partnership. I think this is exactly what India needs. They can both get to 50. Oh, beautiful. Appeal. Wicket. Oh, dear. It was hitting leg. It hit the pad, and they've taken a review quite immediately. I don't think there's any question about bat whatsoever. Addington to Jarrell. Bowls at the pads. Hits the pad, umpire gives out. I think there might be a high option, but Jarrell took the review quite quickly. Looks very confident. So, ooh, I have a feeling that it might be hitting. Definitely no bat involved. At least no bat involved um, before the pad. So this is looking kind of tricky here for Jorel. The ball tracking, impact no shot, and wickets are missing. India have hope. India still has hope. Missing by the barest of margins. And Jorel survives. Good review, honestly. It was very close to the wicket, so a very good review by Jorel. I mean, it looked like very much like out, honestly, but in the replay, but Jorel has a very, very good idea, and they say, well, oh, and it's gone. Jorel's gone. Slashes it at it hard, and Jorel's out. This is very troubling for India as they're 6 down. Oh dear. Jorel has to go for 19. It went in the air, couldn't keep it grounded, and great catch by Brooke, I think. It was more of a top edge, slashed at it hard, wanted to drive in. Brooke takes a simple-ish catch. As long as a good catch at the pace that it went. And Jorel has to go for 19. So India are in a massive problem, is all that I can say. And right now it's going to be Washington Sundar coming in as a lefty, so will be a righty-lefty combination. And hi, hello, NVM, okay. That was a great catch, honestly, looking at how hard that he slashed at it. That looked, he made it look quite easy, but it's actually very, very hard. They've already had their chances. There was a no ball that umpire gave not out. That there's a no ball. But yeah, so sup? Can you make me a moderator? I have no idea what that is, so I can't really do that for you, as I don't know what a moderator is. Why are you asking this? Do you watch cricket? Is the question I'm asking. Okay, I think people are right there. I do not want you asking any personal questions, but I cannot make you a moderator. I do not know how to do that, and I do not want that. And back. So Rook had that fabulous catch. I think the day is gonna end quite soon. So yeah. Oh, left. That was very close by Washi. Though a good leave, as it just missed that. Okay, I do not want to say that to you. I do not want to tell you my full real name, as in that would I do not want to do that. Nope. So I won't do that. I shall not tell you my full name, as in then you can find me and where I live. So I am not gonna tell you that. Sorry, but no, I'm not gonna tell you that. So still India with India in a bad position. I think India's last hope is gonna be Washington Sundar. Otherwise, if he gets out, I think we're pretty clear of um, so I think, yeah, Washington Sundar is gonna be India's last hope. And yeah, he plays quite slow, but yeah, he has great stats, honestly. His average is 44, has 450s, or even 100 in the last match. So yeah. So Overton to Karnai. Appeal. I think he's got him. Nothing from the umpire. Is Ollie Pope gonna take the review? As it wasn't even a surprise to me that Pope, Stokes isn't playing. I found out that Pope is now the new captain of England. I think it might be Taipan. Not quite sure. Smith looked quite confident though. And he just hit 4 runs. Karnai, beautiful hitting. Overton, not in the best of spells, I could say that. Almost with a 4 economy. He bowled very full, just flicked away. 4 runs. So Overton will be disappointed with that, I'll just say. So yeah, it was way too full on the leg, I think. But good defense. Oh, goes to the gap. 4 more runs for Karnai. Oh, just past Duckett, and he'll hit the 4 again. Overton has given 50 runs on 11.4 overs. He's getting smashed. 2 4s in a row. Karnai looks in good rhythm. Just touched the bat, was timed well, and hit and raced through for 4. So Karnai reaches 31, passes the 30 mark. I think there's something about the side screen that he doesn't like. Karnai. As India, you could see 163 for 6. Those 2 4s were an area of was an area of happiness, but yeah, there's this lady on the side screen. She's pointing at me. Is it me that you're talking about? I think she's gonna go inside then, so that the game can continue and turn on. Focus. She is dialing the code, but she is staying right there. She isn't gonna go inside, and the game is on pause. Honestly, Karnai takes a sigh. Not too happy about that, but he's just gonna stay and play. Oh, it's hit the pad. It's hit the pad. Nothing. I think that's also. I'm going down leg. Yeah, definitely going down leg for me. So, yeah. Are they gonna take the DRS? Nope. They will. Ollie Pope is gonna be happy with that decision. I think it's a good decision. I think it would have definitely been going down leg. But Overton, I think he would have wanted him to take the review. He wants a wicket. He has been hit hard. I mean, England has actually taken the review. Yeah, very bad review. I think it's definitely going down leg. There's clearly no bat. I think they're still gonna check it out since it was close. But yeah, I think it's gonna be going down leg. So they're gonna wait for ball tracking as India or kind of as they're desperate, and definitely wickets missing. Impact would be on par skull. Pitching is in line, and wickets missing again. So England now has 2 out of 3 reviews. I think that'll definitely be a good thing for India, as in now Pope might be more reluctant to take reviews. Overton to Karnai. Oh, that's touched, but straight to Pope. So nothing. So, I mean, India had some 4s, but I feel like India's lost far too many wickets. If Karun and Washington can switch, if Karen and Washington can stitch up a partnership, then India may have a chance. India's currently, I think, looking at 300 as very good, as because if they lose a wicket, I think they're going to make about 30 more runs if they're lucky, and then they'll be all out. So India are going to get the win, not the draw. I mean, this is what they talk about. There are different mindsets that a person or a team can have, and those mindsets are that either you're going to not lose or you're going to win. There's a difference in that. I'll talk about it later. Addison to Washington. So defends it, no run. He will stay. So Washington has batted very well. 20 runs in the second inning. He's also got 100 in the last test, which was a historic draw. Like I was saying, some draws just feel like a win, and last match was just like that for India. So Addison to Wash, left wide line, not a wide ball, but wide line, and left by Washington. So yeah. Addison to Washington. I think Washington plays slow, but if he can get going, he will definitely can be a problem for England. And in England will still want to get him out as much as any of the other batters. So I think Washington Sunda has earned that respect, that he is just as good as any other batter. So yeah, I mean, sticking around and displaying, but in this series he has not made a 50, but he has decent stats. 7 innings, 162 runs, 27 is his average. Strike rate's 52. Addington to Washington. Hit, and that'll be trickled down to, that's very fine. And we'll get 4 more runs. India showing some intent, and it's a no ball. Ah, dear. England losing it. England, losing it. This is very bad. England have bowled many wides, 2 no balls in front of me. They've taken wickets, but the flow of runs is very high. Very, very, very high. So England will want to work on that. 30 extras. I think that includes buys, but still that's very high. So I think England will be disappointed. But what they won't be disappointed about is the amount of wickets that they have taken. Um, so yeah. Um, so Washington's on the 4 of 8. They've kept the fielder there very fine, but that means there is a gap somewhere else. There is a gap somewhere else. Very wide and left. I mean, there's a lot of bounce here, which can be used to pull the ball. But that bounce and a little bit of greenery that's in the pitch can also be used to have some swing. Washington, 4 of 9. So they're at the oval where there's lots of bounce, but Washington Sunda again has batted very well, almost as good as any other batter. He's gotten a duck, but he's batted real well. I mean, you can't take anything from that. So again, Addington to Washi over the wicket, good on the stumps and nice defense, solid defense from Washi. So yeah. So I think Washington will be very important if India wants to win this match. I think right now, if India gets out, they'll be out for 200. If Washington keeps batting, they can. Who knows how many runs they can make if Washington and Curran stay. I think that will be a very important part of whether India is able to win this game and draw the series. So yeah, I think a lot depends on Washington and Curran because if they lose a wicket, then India will be all out with 30 more runs. So if any of them get out, they might stay for a while, but 30 more runs, and there will be all out. And Lords who went down to the very last day, the very last session, the very last wicket. That was a thriller, low scores. So there's 17 overs left of the day because of the rain. So Gurnaro taps it and good fielding by Overton to stop that. Definitely would have been 1, maybe 2. I mean, on this pitch, if India bowls well, they have a great chance. England's openers have not done very well, so I'll just say that. But yeah, so Curran Overton to Curran. No! Beaten. Almost had the edge. Oh dear. Their boundaries have been very wide-ish. Not great bowling whatsoever in their boundaries. And Overton to right-handed batters. Lots of boundaries given. One on the leg. Couple just outside off. One very wide. High. So again, Overton to Karnar. Couldn't quite get that past Wokes. And that was a good strike of the ball. So yeah, I think Overton is doing decently well, and Washi and Curran have to stitch up something. So yeah. So I think they picked up a couple there, or 3, I'm not sure. Iconics have been iconics across the year when they won, and they had won. The whole crowd was on the field. They're so happy. 1971 in the winning moment versus England. very happy. Ran onto the field. Can't do that nowadays, but in 1971 you could. So, yeah. Washington Sunda again. Overton to Washi. He is going over the wicket. Oh, bounce, 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 bounce. You've seen a lot of it. We'll see more of it. Yeah, I think a bounce and how the teams use that bounce to their advantage in the bowling point of view, sometimes even in the batting point of view. For in some specific situations, it can be used. So, oh, great defense. There's also some birds on the field for a bit. Beaten again. A small appeal by Overton, but no interest shown by the umpire. So I think that'll be nothing. And yeah, continue on. So right now India 169 for 6. India's having trouble. I mean, I think 250. England might be able to make 280. They can take the lead, but I mean, India has done amazingly well, especially in the last match. They converted a lose into a draw, but Tongue again has picked up 2 wickets today. Has bowled very well, and another, because if they can get one more wicket, then they'll be nice. They'll be in a good position. So Tong with his 10th over to Karan Nair. Let's see what happens. Bowls wide. Oh! Swung at it, Karan Nair. Swung at it. He very much swung at that. He very much swung at that. I mean, Tonga's taking these 2 wickets. He's bowling unplayable deliveries to the lefty. Not anything that Washington Sundar is in a good batter, but right now the balls that Tonga is bowling to the lefties are unplayable. So I would think Wash would want to be on strike after seeing what he has done. Decides to Sudarshan and Jaddu. So Tonga to Karan, wide and left. So it's a white ball, no white given though, but left by Karan Nair. So Tongue today has bowled many wides, which it would be very disappointing. Some with a lot of byes also, and this is a very big thing because with these 2 wickets, he just bowled deals unplayable deliveries. But the wides, some of them go for byes, and if an umpire is giving you for a wide in a test match, that means it's very wide. That means it's, that even if the batter put in all his effort, he can't connect bat and ball. And if that's happening, then you know that you're not in some good rhythm, which makes sense for Tongue since he hasn't played for a couple of weeks. He only played a couple of days for, I think, a county club. So that happens with you. But Tongue has picked up 2 wickets, and I think Karan Nair would not want to lose Washi, so that's why I think he's going to try to stay on track. Oh, wide! Swung at again! Karan Nair wanting those 4s, wanting those runs. He's well set. It makes sense that he's swinging at these, but oof, he's getting close. He's getting close. He's bowled very well. He's gotten 13 wickets in this overall series. His average is 31, slightly higher than Stokes, but he taps it away for, I think, 1 run. So, yep, Karan Nair gets a single. So, Washi will have to be on strike, which, let's see what happens. I mean, Tongue has bowled some gaffers of deliveries to the lefties. Washi, we'll have to see how he plays. How he plays Tong. I mean, he's seen his fellow teammates get out in an unplayable delivery, but yeah. So, Tong to Washington. Ooh, going and trying to hit that leg hook, trying to hit middle stump. But Washi survives. It is 170 for 6 and 50 for overs. I mean, I think Washington Sundar is going to be very important as um as they play on, but I don't think Karnar should treat Washington Sundar as a tailender. I think you should treat him as a batsman who can bat well. I understand why against Tung he would farm the strike because he's bowled some unplayable deliveries to left-handers, but I don't think you should farm the strike that lowers the rate of runs. There isn't any intent if you do that. And he can bat well. He has 100 in the last game. He's in good form. Karnar, and he takes the single. I like this. I like that he's taking a single against and giving the strike to Washi. It gives Washi confidence. It was amazing. I think Washington and Karnar are doing very well, and I think if they keep batting like this, they might be able to get to a good score. But I honestly feel that yes, that Washi should come before Jarrell. Maybe that Gil thought that the balls that Tung was bowling, Overton to Washi will pick up one. But yeah, back to the topic. I think the balls that Tung was bowling to the lefties were unplayable, and I think that's why he was like, okay, I'll give the strike. I'll let Dhruv drill that. But this has been very interesting. Jaiswal was out for 2, then KL was out for 14. Sai Sudarshan played very long, made 38. Shuman was run out. He gifted his wicket, 21, and right now you're in Washington batting. Oh, that's flicked. That's gone. That has hit the fence very quickly. 4 more runs. I think this is exactly what India needs. This is runs. This is amazing for India. They want this. They need this, and they're happy about that. They're happy how India showing intent. That was a bad ball. Going at leg easily was flicked away for 4 runs. No fielder there, obviously, and he picks up 4 quite easily. So Overton again, and no, swing and a miss. It was slightly wide, and so yeah, as you can see, that was just past his bat, and a very good delivery by Overton. So Karnar is playing well. I think he's set. So yeah, Overton to Nair. Oh, just past the edge of the bat. Good bowling by Overton. Take to close up the runs after a couple of 4s. India's run rate is, I think, nice. Not the best in the world, but staying this greenish pitch, India's doing well. I think if India bowls well and they could stitch up a partnership over here, and I'm saying like a 50-run partnership of like, I know, 89 balls, 90 balls, or even if they play a lot of balls, it's okay. Again, Overton to Karnar. I was thinking about leaving that. Just hit it and took the bat out of the way. So, and straight to the fielder again. So, Yeah, I think right here, Karnar's batted well. If he could get to a 50 and convert this innings, I think India might want to keep him in his team. He's made lots of runs in the domestic season. He has gotten 89 in IPL. After that, he kind of failed. But I think if Karnar can make a 50, 70, even 100, then yeah, they want to keep him. He made a triple century in his second match, but dropped him since he hadn't made any other runs otherwise. But yeah, I think Karan Nair is playing very well, and if he can make 50, 70, 80, yeah, I'm good. Oh! Tongue to Washi. This is exactly what India doesn't want. He's bowling unplayable deliveries to lefties and just hit the edge, but bounced right before the slip cutter. So, I don't want this, India. Washi would want to get off strike as because Tongue is pulling some unplayable deliveries. And yeah, I feel like they just batted well, so that'd be a major step back. Oh, that's a bad ball, but they've kept the fielder there for that flick shot. So we'll only stay at one. A good choice, as in because they um Tongue is bowling unplayable deliveries too. The lefties, so Cardinal be able to play him much better. And it's not that Washi's a bad batter, just that to any lefty he is bowling very well. Tongue. So you could see, so Tongue to Cardinal. He bowls. Oh, slightly in leggish. Ah, he's hit that. Will he pick up two, maybe even three? He might pick up. Let's see how many he gets. Get two. So he reaches 40. 40 was his highest score previously on this. I hope he gets to his 50 and converts it into 70, 80, or 100. I think that will pressure the selectors into keeping him in the test match team. So yeah, Tongue to Nair. Bowls and good defense. No run taken by Nair. He's gotten going well. At the start he was a little slow, but once he got set, he started playing some shots, got some runs, and you could see he's hit a four. There's a four being been hit before, so yeah, I think he's showing just the right amount of intent. He looks set. He looks like a danger for England. So England will want another wicket, and Tongue's bowling very well to Washington. So I think they'll want Washington on strike. So Tongue tonight. Oh dear, just missing the edge. Almost a wicket there. Almost a wicket there. Almost. But almost wickets aren't counted. So Karan Nair gets beaten once again. It's a great bowling track. So if India also bowls well, then you can expect a low scoring game. Which you haven't seen because all the games have been going to the last session or the last day at least. So yeah, Tongue and left. Like here, really want to get to his 50 before it stumps. So yeah, I think Kornair, I don't think he should push for his 50 necessarily, but he can. He can if he wants. He can if he wants. He can if he wants. So yeah, it's amazing. It's great that I think Kern Nair and Washington Sundar are gonna stitch up a partnership. So if they stitch up a partnership, this could be dangerous for England. But I think if England gets either one of them out, India would be in big trouble and be allowing 30 runs. So all India has to do is make sure that they stay here. The runs will come, the singles will come, the buys will come eventually. So yeah, left Overton to Washi and a wide line and left So Washington on 6 runs. He plays slow, but he makes a lot of runs, as you can see in the stats. So Chris Wilkes, I feel like Overton has had the worst day. No wickets whatsoever. He's been hit by fours. I think he'll want to bowl better. But Overton to Washi. Overton in good defense. Overton not running as fast. Looks he's bowled lots of overs. So I wanna see how much pace that he bowls at. How fast does he bowl? India reaches 180, inching towards 200. And this is what I'm talking about. If you stay batting, then you can do great. I mean, Overton, he's gotten a boundary on the short, one on the bouncer length, two on the full length, that leg. None on the length, none on the length. So that's a good ball. So that they were their other deliveries, but not a wicket yet. I think he'll want a wicket very, very quickly. There's lots of bounce and there's some greenery, so there was some swing, but now there is not much swing. But it's still a tough pitch to bat on. So Overton to Kurnar. Good defense by Kurnar. And no run taken. So still batting. I don't think there would be many overs left of the day. There was some rain, so that took out some overs. Let's see how that affects the game, the rain. Would India want rain right now? Not necessarily. India are going for a win. And so are England. England would be fine with the draws, and that gets them to win the series. So yeah, I mean, Akash batted up. Hopefully he doesn't have to bat very soon. Oh, beaten. So yeah, as you can see, Tongue has gone 2 wickets. That's in the length and just barely short. On those lines, he's gotten wickets. He's also bowled many wides though. So yeah, Jamie Overton. That's beautiful. That is a very beautiful shot. Very full. Will it roll away for 4? Nope. Wilkes gives chase and does very well. Oh, is he okay? Is he okay? Oh, he hasn't even come back to throw it. He's still running. I think someone will have to go and get him. Oh, no. I hope that's on the bowling arm. Oh, dearie me. He looks like he's been hurt very badly. Doesn't look like... I think he might be ruled out for the second innings. He just hit it in. Did very well. Oh... Just rolled over. It's clearly in pain. The England physio is running out to get him. So Karnaya reaches 43. Will he get to his 50? And today, on the first day. Who knows? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But this will be very bad for England. They will get a fielder, but I don't think they're gonna get a fielder. But I don't think they shall have that as a bowling option. So might see some more overs from Brook. Might see some more overs from Root. And yeah, I feel like there is some amazing stuff to be seen. So yeah, I really feel that there will be some problems. But Overton, he has not bowled well till now, but Wilkes, he's gotten injured. There is a problem, and I think they will get the fielder, but I have a feeling that he won't be coming to bowl, especially if it's a bowling arm that he's gotten hurt on. So, I think they really hope that Wokes is gonna be okay, but I have a feeling that he didn't even come back to throw the ball, and I think that there's something seriously wrong with him. So yeah, basically Wokes. I think we're gonna want to see if he's okay. I think he'll have to go off the field by the pain that he was in. I think he definitely pulled something, if not sprained, because he looked in very hard, looked in a lot of pain. So I think England's gonna hope that he's gonna be okay. But I have a feeling with how injured he looked, he's not gonna be a bowling option. It's one of the shoulders. Both shoulders are very important. The non-bowling arm shoulder even is quite important. So yeah, so the medical team is there, Adam. Until then, there's a match. So yeah, but again, I think Volks is gonna be injured. He picked up a wicket. Um, yeah, I think he picked up 2 wickets or a wicket. He picked up a wicket, definitely. So I think there'll be a problem. Wokes was bowling well. He even got Schumann out once. So yeah, I mean Wokes. This not having a one bowling option is always a problem. So Wokes is up there. So Overton is gonna bowl his last ball, and we'll defend it. So we'll pick up one, and Sundar is gonna be on strike for the next over. Um, yeah, I have a feeling that there might be a problem with that Oaks may be very injured, and that would be a problem for England as they have lost the bowling option already at the last day's end. They're bowling Root and Brook, so yeah, I mean think that's gonna be a huge problem. Maybe Brook might be bowling a couple more overs. He might be. I don't think he fancies bowling. So Tongue is gonna be bowling, and I'm pretty sure Wokes is out. So Tongue. Oh, Tawashi bounced and defended by Washington Sundar. So Washington Sundar will be wanting to take the single as Tongue has been bowling very well. So yeah. Washington has had a great innings earlier, and he had 100 in the last match. So Washi will be very confident, looking for the single but not found. So yes, Washi had that. He had a century, and there was a well-deserved one. So Washington Sundar, 8 of 21. Let's see if he can get a biggie or ton. Karan Nair is looking in good position to make a ton. So tongue to Washington. Oh, beaten. This was when I'm saying the balls that tongue is bowling to the lefties are very, very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. So Pope, the captain now. So tongue to Washington Sundar. So Tongue running up, bowling to Washington. Oh, left. Left nicely by Washington. So 8 of 23 for Washington Sunda. Let's see if he can survive Tongue. Tongue has been bowling very well. So let's see if he can pick up Washi and add him to the list of his left-handers that he has gotten out. He's got 2 lefties out and he's gotten 2 wickets. So leaves it again. Last ball of the over for Tongue. And then we'll be moving on to the next over. I wonder how many overs are going to be left of the day. I don't think there are too many overs left. There are 10, maybe 12 overs. So, yeah. This will be very important that India doesn't lose a wicket. Otherwise, they'll be in big, big trouble. If even one of these gets out, it'll be a problem. So, Washington. Good defense. Very good defense by Washi to finish the over. And Tongue is bowling very well. So he's bowling right to he's bowling at a low economy, he's bowling at 3.16, but Overton, they're getting him to bowl over and over. He's not bowling very well. He has an economy of 4. The problem is they don't have bulks now. The pain that he's looked in is bad. Looks bad for England, and he did save the 4, but injured after. So we have problems. So Overton again to Nair. Good defense, very good defense by Nair, and he's still playing 43 of 83. And the Asia Cup, I think I might make a couple of videos on that. Otherwise, back to the topic. I think Washington and Nair, either of them can't get out. Otherwise, there is gonna be a problem. And yeah, I think they'll want to see. So Overton to Nair, very wide. Same shot, but this time they have a fielder on the boundary for that. I mean, this is what I'm saying, putting the bowlers under pressure. And they've been forced to keep some of their fielders back. So, their field, I think, has a couple of slips still, but they've pushed out 2 of their fielders to the boundary, allowing some singles for Washington. So, I think that'll be very important. So now, to Washington, and they've stopped. He stopped because Washington was not, because Overton was not quite ready, and he's bowling. That's hit, though not timed well. So I'll go to the fielder and no run. At the total movement paces for day 1 has been 1.97 degrees for Lead, Edgbaston 1.04, Lords 2.09, Manchester 1.29, but the Oval has been 2 point something. There's some clouds. It's overcast conditions. I think this can open up a chance for England to get a wicket. Overton. Ooh. Wide line and left alone by Washington. Overton wanting a wicket. He has not been in the best of rhythm, but Washington bats a little slow. He can hit, but he prefers to be a bowler who can bat rather than a batter who can bowl. I mean, I always thought of Jadeja as a person who can do both, not a batter who bowls or not a bowler who bats. So again, Overton to Washi. Oh, on the leg stump and driven to a point. I think thankfully Addington does not get himself injured as the ball was not riding that fast and is able to, they'll pick up 2 or one. I think they picked up one. It was driven nicely by Washi, and he took some runs. He did, Washington Sundar. He did take some runs after the drive. So yeah, um, Washington Sundar 11 of 28. Karan Nair 44 of 84. I try to swing it. Will Karan Nair try to swing the bat? Probably not. Overton to Nairo, and good defense. Overton striving for a wicket. He wants something, anything that will boost his confidence. So again, India 188 for 6 in 59 overs. I think there are 3 more overs left of the day, and then I'll wrap it up. And that'll be it for today in a couple of overs. A few overs, a couple of overs. So yeah, I think we're just gonna stick around for a bit. So Tongue to Washington. On that off stump line, will he pick up 4? Riding away, and yes, Washi gets 4 more runs. Good for India, great for Washi. He is doing very well. Washi, that was just on the off stump line, kind of short, high bounce, and that trickles away for 4. I think that was just the wrong line there. The bounce also helped Washi to get that 4. So, Tongue to Washington again. Remember that Tongue has bought some beautiful deliveries to lefties, wide line and left by Washi. Good idea, I would say, to leave the ball. Remember, like Wokes threw that in. Oh, he was in serious pain on his shoulder. He threw it back in, and there was definite pain there in him. So they checked on him. It was in a cast. That he's out of the series. And Washington Sundar tells him to stay. And India 192 for 6 and 59.3 overs. But England, Joe Root has played really well. He's England's test career. Josh Tongue has bowled really well. I think so. Again, Washington, bounce and leaves it well, Washi. So he'll play out Tongue, I think. So then Washi, he had that bounce, he had that nice bounce. It was the shortest length. Tried to leave it just past the bat, a shoulder height, head height, or should I say helmet height. So Washington again batting. So Tongue to Washi, taps it away, and will they get 2? They will stay at 1. Do not want another run out like Gale did. He gifted his wicket. So you're approaching the 1 hour mark on our stream. Who knows? Siraj is not padded up, but if a wicket falls, I'm sure he would be. Kashdeep knows that he could have to go in any time, but Karan Nair and Washington Sundar, they will have to stitch a huge partnership. So Tongue, full toss. That is easy pickings, and will be 4 runs. Could even be a no ball because of height. I think that just slipped his hand, and easy pickings for Karan Nair, who hits it away for 4 runs. And I think India, as they approach the 200 mark, and as we have hit the 1 hour mark, this is going quite well for India, honestly. there isn't much problems. And if they keep this partnership going, who knows, maybe India could go in a great position. But India has to remember that they cannot be too aggressive, as that if they lose a wicket, then they're probably going to be out very, very quickly. So, yeah. India will have to remember that they do not have many wickets to spare. Because if they, I mean, they have 4 wickets, but the last 3 wickets are not gonna give you many runs. As Bryden Cars gave England a 50, I think India will want that. So Washi, oh, he's hit that in the gap between the slip cord and he picks up 4 more runs. Oh dear. He tapped that well though. He attempted that and turned higher. That ball was just loose, full toss, and just taps it away for 4 runs quite easily. Just gonna, okay, oh. So, Atkinson leaves the ball. So Washington's on 16 runs and playing. I'll just do something real quick and then I'll be back in a minute. Maybe even less than a minute. Who knows? I could be here in less than a minute. I could be in less than a minute. Okay, great. Okay, good. Okay, so India again in the situation. They sprint one, a very quick run for India. So yeah, I think the India is playing quite well, and they want to continue on like this, India. So India was 0 for 2, and then they dragged it out all the way to 404 for 6. That was quite amazing. So it's gonna be Atkinson to Karan. It's the edge of the bat. Karan asks for a run, but refused by Washi. So Karan at 48. If he picks up 2, he'll get to his first 50 of the series, which will be a great confidence booster. In India, needs 2 runs to make 200. Karan needs 2 runs to make 50. They're gonna sprint hard. Nope. And small misfield will get them a quick run. And Karan 49, India on 199. So Karan, you're wanting a 50 before stumps. And England wanting a wicket before stumps. This contest is quite nice. You'll have to admit. This contest is very nice. So, Atkinson to Wash over the wicket. Oh, short and high. So, left by Washi. Again, Washington Sundar playing quite well. Playing slow but well. Washington Sundar. But he gets to the runs eventually. He very much gets to the runs eventually. And I think that is very, very important. So, in the 199 for 6, Karan is on 49. I think he'll get to his 50, but I have a feeling that there's only 1 over left. And I think there's 1 over left until the day's over and my stream will end. And Yeah, I mean, India can reach 200 and Karan can reach 50. That'll be great. So, yeah, I think Karan Nair. Oh, so Jacob Bettelsen is the spinner. So, Knox one. Will they get two? Yes, they will quite comfortably. And Karan Nair gets to his 50. Made in a very tough situation. People are getting out left and right. Came in and stuck around. Started slow, but at the end then showed some intent. And he's got into his 50. Shows his bat up, but he knows that he has to bat more, that the job is not done yet. And he has 201 for 6. Kurt Nair's 51. Not out. So India still has a chance. I mean, 250 would be a score. It wouldn't be like a no score, no name score. But 250 would be a score. So Jacob Bethel. Bowling. So defense done. I think also when someone yells bowls his spinners like Jadeja and Washi, he doesn't come with the thought. Grenard's 50, first 50 of the series, by the way, and has high score of the series. But in Truman Gale bowl spinners, he thinks, okay, they're not my. Like, he doesn't think, okay, let's take wickets. He thinks, let's finish this off. There's some more runs. There are too many runs coming in. Let's tighten up on. And, but I think spinners have the capability to take wickets, and I think Shuman Gill will have to change that in his top process. So partnership is 48. Uh, no, very wide, and then it hits his tie pad. So yeah, Cardinals 51 runs. They're batted well. 48 of 74 is the partnership. So spins it, wide run, and one more run, almost at their 50 partnership. He was happy with this 50. It's a well-made 50, and he deserves to raise that bat and be proud. He has played very, very well. So I think it'll be one last ball. They're at 49. Will Washi go for the 50-run partnership, or will he stay chill and take a defense? They've batted well though, these two. They've stitched a partnership, which is exactly what India needed. And 50 partnership for Washi and Karan Nair. Washington 18 off 38. He's playing well. I mean, Washi is a left-handed batter. And I think that should be the last over of the day, though. I'm going to check. I'm just going to stay around for a little bit, see if this is the last over of the day. So, yeah, I mean, otherwise, if this is the last over of the day, India has just above 3 of a run rate. Yeah, a little bit above 3 run rate. They don't have 4, but they have just above 3 of a run rate. So, they have one more over. A little slower of a ball, and they take 1 run, but Wokes is definitely not bowling. His arm was wrapped in a cast, which means he's out for the second innings. And I think we're going to see some more overs from Beto. I think we're going to see some more overs from Root. And I think we're going to see some more overs from Brook. So India is 204 for 6. And I think Joe Root's his career's game is going to be to take over such a Tendulkar and most runs ever made. So Karan Nair, 52 of 93 and still playing. At this point, India will just want these two to keep playing, keep batting. I think that shall be India's only hope. So slightly harder, and Karan Nair asks for a run, won't get it. And good calling from Sundar to reject the run. So Karnar has got 7 fours. He's played very well, and he has had some great fours like that magnificent drive towards the offside and that effect. He's definitely picked up loose balls that he's looking to make runs off of scoring opportunities, and yeah, I think that's what he's got his 50. And the reason I think BCCI has kept him in the squad is because he's playing well. I mean, that's all I could say. It's because he has always looked like he is ready to, that he's gonna start. Okay, this one will be a biggie. This one will be a biggie, but he never converted it. But this time he did get to his 15. Hopefully, and India will hope that he makes more runs, even more. He's played a lot on the offside and just in front of square, but adding Syndikurnar defense and tells Washi to stay there. India 204 for 5. Yeah, I think they've played very well, India. So and they'll want um that they can make this partnership go very long, as England were picking up wickets, boom boom boom, 123 for 5 to 204 for 6. So left, and I think this might be the last over of the day. They're cramming in overs. Obviously, there's not much time left in the day. There was some rain, I think. So yeah, I don't think there's much that many too many more overs. But I think it'll be interesting to see if Bethel bowls another over. So yeah, batting, um, addings in the Karnaya rope, full and defended by Karnayers. So it'll be 204 for 6 in 63 overs. India played well, definitely. This partnership especially has gotten India to a nice spot. Um, that's why I think India is really good. Otherwise, I am not sure how many more overs they could squeeze in. But I hope that they make lots of runs. I mean, India will hope that this partnership goes on and they both get 50s and maybe even they both get hundreds. That'll be fabulous for India. That'll put India in a great position, nonetheless, the circumstances. So, and I think Washi is definitely a bowler who bats, but he's batted very well this series. No 50s, but he has had 100. So Washi, he's playing very well. And some turn though from Bethel. Nothing frightening for the Indian batsmen though. I think they can all handle it quite easily. But Bethel bowling his second over. The ball's gotten older now. They don't have many spinners. They do have Root. They made Root bowl to his 19th over, to his 20th over. They even made Hay Brook bowl a couple of overs. Oh! Oh, dearie me. Bad toe ball's a beauty. Oh, wow. Just outside the edge. Oh, dear. Is he getting turned? Ooh, the ball stayed low just past the edge of the bat. They know how important that this wicket is, because if they get one of them out, then they have a very high chance of getting India all out. So, Washi. So, Bethel to Washi. This time defends it. I mean, would India want them to end the day early, or I think they want them to play more. Um, they look like they're in good rhythm. Pope as the captain, looking good too. I feel like this partnership is actually really important for India. I'm wondering how many more overs are left of the day. So battle to Washi. Good defense, and will they sneak one in? No. The ball was gone straight to the fielder, and did not, and are not getting, and they're not gonna get the one. So yeah, so it's gonna be battle to Washi again. Let's see if Washi will go for the single. Washi's looking defensive. He always looks defensive, but a bit more. Very full. A bounce and to Bethel. So 64 overs, 204 for six. Um, Bethel is bowling pretty well, but Atkinson is bowled great. Current higher is at 52, and the session is over. So so the day is gonna be over, and that'll be a wrap, guys. Bye.